Now talk about the weekly holiday, Sunday holiday. No worker shall be allowed to work in a factory on Sunday unless he takes a holiday on any of the 3 days immediately before or after that Sunday. The manager of a factory must inform the inspector and display a notice in this respect. Intervals for rest. The periods of work of adult workers in a factory during each day shall be so fixed either that no period shall exceed 6 hours and no worker shall work for more than 6 hours before he takes an interval for the rest of at least 1 hour. Or there is another option that no period shall exceed 5 hours, that no worker shall work for more than 5 hours before he takes an interval for the rest of at least half an hour before he has at least two such intervals. Spread over. The period of work of adult workers in a factory shall be so arranged that along with his interval for rest, they shall not spread over more than 12 hours, or where the factory is seasonal, 11 and half hours in any day, except with the permission of the provincial government, which is provided in section 38 of the article. Notice of periods. A notice of periods of work for adults showing the periods within which adult worker shall work will be displayed. The manager shall make arrangement to take the work according to the notice. A copy of the notice shall be sent to the inspector. The provincial government may make further rules in this regard as provided in section 39 and section 40. Register of adult workers. The manager of every factory shall maintain a register of adult workers showing the name, age of each adult worker, nature of work, group in which he is included, where his group works on shifts, relay to which he is allotted, and such other particulars as may be prescribed. Double employment. An adult worker shall not be allowed to work in any factory on any day on which he has already been working in any other factory except under specified circumstances, and they are provided in section 48 of the article. Overtime work. If a worker in a non seasonal factory works for more than 9 hours in a day or more than 48 hours in a week, he shall be entitled to overtime pay at the rate twice his ordinary rate of pay. If a worker in a seasonal factory works for more than 9 hours in any day or for more than 50 hours in any week, he shall be entitled to overtime at the rate twice his ordinary rate of the pay. Child workers. There are rules for the children working in factories. No child who has not completed his 14th year shall be allowed to work in any factory. A child or an adolescent, in spite of attaining the required age, cannot be allowed to work in a factory without obtaining a fitness certificate from a certifying surgeon. A child or adolescent shall not be allowed to work in a factory for more than 5 hours in any day. The hours of work of a child shall be so arranged that they should not spread over more than 7.5 hours in any day. No child or adolescent shall be allowed to work in a factory except between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. The provincial government may, in respect of any class of factory, vary those limits to any span of 13 hours between 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Between 5 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. The rules regarding weekly holidays shall also apply to the child workers. No child shall be allowed to work in any factory on any day on which he has already been working in another factory. Where children are employed in a factory, the manager of the factory shall maintain a register of child workers showing the name, age, nature of work, group in which he is included, and number of certificates of fitness. Child workers and adolescent workers are not allowed to perform double duty. Child workers are not allowed to work at a place where cotton openers are at work. A cotton opener is at work. They cannot oil or clean the machines while they are in motion. They are not allowed to work on dangerous machines. Next, we talk about the women workers.